What's up guys, my name's Devin Shen and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a one-handed handstand today. So the only prerequisite to doing a one-handed handstand is having a really good normal handstand. Some important things: when you're doing your handstand, you want your angle to be not too arched, your back doesn't want to be too arched, and also not too forward. So you want to be straight up and down and have a perfect line going from your head, your hands, to your feet, like so. So once you have your handstand really solid and really straight, the next step to doing a one hand is going to be splitting the legs open. Now when you do this, you're going to want to tighten your abs, your lower abdomen, and your whole core. The tighter that is, and the more that your legs are spread, the more solid your core is going to be to start leaning off onto one hand. The next step is you're going to lean onto whatever your strongest hand is that you're going to be trying to attempt the one hand on, and you're going to lean and extend the shoulder and push up off the ground. Now, as you start to lean off naturally, your opposite hand is going to start to come off the ground. What you want to do is you want to get onto, so you're just on your fingertips on the opposite hand, and you're going to want to practice just holding that position. So you don't want to take off the hand just yet. You want to get really comfortable in that position with your hand slightly coming off the ground and just your fingertips holding you up. That's the first step before you fully lean off and do a complete one-handed handstand. You want to be able to hold a handstand with just your fingertips on the ground for at least 30 seconds before you can start to be stable enough to start to completely go off onto one hand. After that, you're going to start slowly taking off finger by finger the opposite hand until you completely lean off onto the other hand. Another important thing is your legs are going to act as a counterbalance system. So you want your legs to be in perfect symmetry. If one leg is leaning to a side a little bit too much, you're going to fall over. Same with the other leg. You want to counterbalance and feel the weight differential and keep your core extremely tight and flex your abs. Now if I lean my feet back and forth, it changes the balance. So if one side is leaning too much, you're going to fall to that side. If I'm leaning too much with my right leg, I'm going to fall over to this side. Same with the other side. If this leg is leaning too much over here, I'm going to fall over to that side. So you want to keep it at a perfect counterbalance, and you can move them and start to balance, and you'll find the balance. Keeping the core tight is probably the most important part of doing the one-handed handstand. One really good conditioning exercise for your abs is a V-up, and this is going to be a really good and important exercise in getting your core strong enough to be able to hold a one-handed handstand. So what you're going to do is you're going to lie on your back, and you're going to raise your legs and your hands up off the ground, touch your toes, and go back to this hollow hole without dropping your feet on the ground. You want to keep them elevated. Now this exercise works your lower abs, which is one of the biggest muscles that you're going to be using in a one-handed handstand. Your arms play an important role too, but the tighter and more strong your abs are, that is where all of your strength comes from and all of your balance comes from your core. Another good supplementary exercise is practicing going straight onto one hand and trying to find the balance. And at first, you're not going to be able to hold it for that long, but just getting used to kicking up onto one hand, you're going to start to find the balance a little bit easier each time. So going into it, just kicking up and coming back down. Kicking up and coming back down. And slowly, you're going to start to find the balance easier and easier, and that's going to help you when you start doing it from two hands and leaning off. The more different ways you can try to get into going onto one hand is really better. And soon you might be able to just kick right into it and hold it. Thanks for checking out my tutorial, guys. Practice hard. It takes a little bit of time to really master this skill, but if you practice, you can definitely achieve it. Please subscribe to my channel, Devin Shen, and follow me on Strength Project. Practice hard, guys.